Good morning. Hello. Welcome everybody to my channel. My name is Chrissy, and for anyone who is new to my channel, I just let my guides channel through to you and get messages to you, so stay watching. So I'm just going to close my eyes and we'll just get started and see what comes up for the 23rd of May. Now they're giving me fork in the road. So people are now at a fork in the road. So they're having to make decisions. Now, it's not us. If you're watching my video, it's not us that are making the decisions. It's the people who are at the fork in the road. So it's like they're having to make very serious decisions moving forward. Now, we've talked about this a lot, about the rose-coloured glasses coming off and people starting to see things because the veils are lifting. But now they're having to make their decisions. Do I continue on this path or do I go down another road? And that's why I'm getting that fork in the road, because it's decision time for them. Now, it's a big decision too. I mean, we know there's the minority group I've always talked about that are just going to keep going down the road no matter what. Get your jab, get your jab, get your jab. And that's fine. Leave them to it. But this is about the awakening. The awakening ones, sorry. They're tired now. They're tired of all this thinking. They're tired of thinking about everything. You know, it's like I said, they're asking the questions. I'm getting that really tired, lethargic energy of fatigue. They're fatigued. We're not, because we're re-energizing ourselves. We have our odd days, but we're re-energizing ourselves and living again and doing the things that bring us to life. Now, these people are having to be forced to wake up, to see what's going on, to know what's going on in their bodies, because I can tell you now, and they're even talking, I think it was on the Hill, about how now when you're over-vaxxed, they're talking about how they're pretty sure that it is starting to affect people's immune system, which is what we've all been saying to people all along, but no one's listened to us, have they? And it's, as we know, that is AIDS, when your immune system starts to break down. And you do really have to question, I think I said yesterday about the monkeypox. They're talking about, Biden was talking about creating vaccines and all that, the same old. No surprises for us, is it? But, I was talking about how is the monkeypox related to shingles, because that's like a form of chicken pox, like smallpox. These are all kind of married into the same family, and we know that shingles is on the rise. Gosh, I could tell you 5 people I know straight up that have had shingles since they've been jabbed. So, is this another way of well, we pretty much know it is. It's another way of covering up the lies and just deceiving people. But there's the Hill, which sometimes and often Kim Everson tells the truth, and they're talking about how it's affecting your immune system. And it just seems really coincidental now that they're blaming the monkeypox on the gay community, when we all know way back when Fauci and everybody blamed the gay community for AIDS. So, even for us, we're still, joining dots as well. It's not just the people waking up that are kind of doing their crime investigation on the big crime board and trying to figure all this out. We're still trying to figure things out too, because it's all starting to add up and now it's all starting to make sense. But they're so clever at manipulation, aren't they, that they're even planting those seeds of the gay community. It's more common in monkeypox in the gay, what even is that? We're way past all that nonsense. And it was proved that Fauci and that all dealt with the HIV and AIDS virus very poorly, and people were blamed when it wasn't just an issue of the gay community. It's just, this is just getting so obvious now. I can't even believe that they're actually putting this out and saying the stuff that they're saying. It just sounds so ridiculous, doesn't it? I know it does to us, for you guys watching this video. And it's just sad because I would hate to see, and I know that you guys as well, having been through vilification and being ostracized from our society, that the gay community is going to now start to get ostracized from the community again because of false information, misinformation, as we know, and lies and deception. Again, they're working on the subgroups. Let's divide and conquer. Let's divide and conquer. And I mean, gosh, we all know that's what's going on, but I hope some of these people waking up start to realise that, you know, they're being lied to again. And I think there's even lockdowns starting again around this monkeypox. Like, it's just all repeating itself. Like, God, sometimes I just can't even believe we're living in this nightmare. Can you? It just doesn't even feel real. We're still like watching this bad movie, aren't we? It's like we're still sitting in that movie theater and watching the next sequel that comes along. Oh, what's this one? Oh, the world was being overtaken by monkeypox. It's like just a bad sequel, isn't it? And these are the things you got to remember that do wake people up, because as much as we think people are stupid and gullible, they're fatigued and they're tired, and they're starting to see. It's just getting beyond a joke, and I just really hope that gay community, because we've come so far with these things, you know, we've all integrated really well. You know, there's that gay pride and there's all these great things, and we all integrate, and they're finally, you know, able to get married here in Australia. I know in America they can, can't they? And, you know, the world's like being normal and just accepting people for who they are, and suddenly we're still getting these subdivisions in society, and the vilification, it will definitely happen again. I don't even doubt it. I mean, how dare they do this to people? It just makes me sick to the core. Sorry, I just get so frustrated by all this sometimes. I know you guys do too, because you always tell me down below. And you can keep doing that. I love hearing from you. I'll see what else the guides are kind of showing us today. Capitalism is on the rise. It's coming, and it's coming at the rate of knots. Like, hold the railings. They're sort of saying, like, they're showing us on that boat again, and like, hang on to that railing, because this is going to be a really rough and bumpy ride. That's coming. But the guides are also saying that we're pretty stable now. We're pretty stable in our decision-making process, and we've removed ourselves enough that we're it's almost like we're kind of guarded. So, you know, it could come back to that wall, and looking over that wall like Wilson, we're still very protected and guarded. We know when to get behind the wall, and I said that yesterday about keeping that gate open to run in there and protect yourself. Don't leave yourself exposed. If you can feel situations are getting a little bit, oh God, divided again, you could say. Oh God, not this again. It's just getting ridiculous, isn't it? You need to get your guard up and your protection again, you know. And I think I've talked about that before, about having your shield up and just always protecting yourself from things that are going to be coming at you, because we know they are. They always are. But you've always just got to be aware of it. And so that's just about having that good awareness and seeing things sort of, well, we have that foresight. We have that ability to see things before they kind of happen. So just get yourself in behind the gate, shut the gate behind you too, so you can't really get attacked. And that's what the guides are saying. Just really work on protecting yourself, because it's really important at the moment. There's just a lot going on. There's all these like subvariants and things that are rising and coming to the forefront that we just, and it's going to, of course, it's going to grab a handful of these people who are waking up and put them back into fear, because we know that's how it works. So again, see, we had the pushback. I talked about it the other week, or actually this week, I think about, it was our turn. We had the green light to push back, and now like they're pushing back against us moving forward. So it's this constant pushback But like I said, whenever we push back government, it slows things down enough for people to see things and wake up. So it's never a bad thing, even when the government pushes back on us. It causes us to... Oh, we're tired of this, aren't we? Oh, we really are. It causes us to rise. It causes us to rise up and push back. I'll just see what else the guides have got to say today. There's real rises in government and power now. I don't think, I mean, you would have to be totally asleep to not see that they're really gaining their traction and their power now, and they're loving it. You only need to look at people like Trudeau and Macron, and, you know, they get so energized by all this power, and they see it as a real strength and domination of people. But it doesn't make them a good person, is what the guides are saying. Like, they could be deleted just like that. And things will unfold. Like the guides are saying, just let things unfold. We don't have to be overcome with that dread and emotional burdens of trying to wake people up. They're saying that's not really our journey. We have the ability to, like I always say, help people and guide people out of their coma, but it's not our responsibility. It's not solely our responsibility. And that's why the guides always talk about that collective energy, and that's what they're saying today. This is a vibrational thing en masse, and that's what causes the movement, and that's what creates change. So you still have to be doing these things supported and en masse, because that's the only way forward is to grow and grow that information and spread that information and keep planting the seeds, because when you plant the seeds, it says it creates doubt. So then people start to doubt and they start to question things. And that's what we want. We want people to doubt the truths and what they're being told. Well, they're not truths, but they're truths. They think they're true. We want people to question those things, and that's why it's very important that we still continue implementing the droplets of information and things that they will piece that together. They might not piece it together at that moment, but then down the track, like I've said before, something will happen or be said to them, and they'll go, someone mentioned that before. And they have their light bulb moment. So this is kind of how it works. That's what the guides are saying. So keep being you. Just keep doing the things you've got to do to keep your sanity. I'll just see what else we get today. Now they said, the guides, sorry, we're so tired today. I'm so tired today. The guides are saying, we don't want to be crying over spilt milk. So they're saying there's no point crying over spilt milk. There's no point crying over small stuff or little things, because it doesn't help. So things that have happened to us in the past, or things that we might still be clinging to or hanging on to, we have to let them go. Because crying over spilt milk, it just doesn't gain you any anything. It doesn't gain you anything. If anything, you've just got to go, oh, well, these things happen, and just pick yourself up and keep going. And that's the message today from the guides, is no matter what you're confronted with, just keep going. Pick yourself up, detach, and move forward, and stay on that track. They're showing me like the chugging along, like the train I said the other day, the little train just chugging along, filling up the coal, chuffing along the track. That's us. We're just, and it's funny, isn't it, that analogy? Because if anything, it's showing like that old-fashioned steam train. So we're not part of the smart trains and the whole speed trains that are going to be, like in Japan, the bullet train, that's going to be being built and everything. Well, we are part of the older, more nostalgic. I'm not saying that we're old, but our thinking is more in that methodical way of we know we'll get there in the end. We've just got to keep chugging along. And there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe ergonomically or eco-wise, it's more viable to just be using the coal rather than, some of these speed trains, and that maybe they do have more impact on the environment. We don't really know. Nothing's really proven yet, is it? So this is a message for us guys today, and anyone out there that's watching. Just keep chugging along, staying on your path, doing the things that you do, making yourself feel strong, fueling yourself up, like I said, with the coal, and keeping that fire going to keep the engine running, which is keeping your soul ignited and keeping that spark alive inside of you. That's very, very important. I had the analogy of soup yesterday, and I think it was you, Jody, you said that you'd been making a soup. And, you know, these are examples of you don't literally have to make soup. It's great if you do, but warming your soul from the inside out is about bringing that spark and that joy back into your life. And that's how you save yourself in these, gosh, I don't even know what you'd call them, most ridiculous things that anyone could go through in the whole wide world. I don't even know. It's just nuts, isn't it? It's like it's not even happening. It's like I said, it's just a sequel on the big screen that we're watching. Let's see if there's any final messages today. Yeah. They're showing me like the leaders, which is like, we don't really know who the leaders are. We have half a clue, don't we? Really? Because there's a lot of puppet masters behind the background pulling the strings. But they're doing this huge power grab now. And we know clearly that WHO and the UN and all this is really out for their power grab now. Now, the fact that Australia has got, Labor just got in yesterday, that's going to definitely start bringing in the reset agenda. I don't even doubt it at all. And I know a lot of you countries as well are going through that. And they're all going to start uniting now. We're going to see a lot more of this uniting, coming together. There'll be a lot more meetings globally. There'll be a lot more meetings of how they're going to move all our lives forward. Oh, that's right. And make everybody happy, but we will own nothing and we'll all be very happy. I don't know how that's working. That's going to be interesting, isn't it, when people figure that out? But a lot of people are still figuring that out on their crime investigation board. And it is a crime, isn't it? To think you can just take over people's lives and freedoms and take it away from them. And it's very draining when you can see that and you can't seem to get other people to see that. Like, I know you guys comment, and I feel exactly the same way. It's like, we know they're waking up, but it's like the guide said, they're at that fork in the road now. They've got to choose a path. Like, do they continue down the jab path, or do they get off and start to really see the truths? It's like there's really no in between anymore. They're really getting to their fork in the road. And we know that some will slip back because of the fear of the monkeypox. Oh, I've heard everything. What? They just blame every animal for everything, don't they? It's just horrible. I bet you that stops people going to the zoo now. That I wouldn't even be surprised that happens. Zoo numbers go down. Gosh, I went to a zoo here a few weeks ago and it was absolutely brilliant. I love the monkeys. They're my favourite. And there were, you know, this is the sort of rubbish that it starts, you know. And again, small business. Zoos are small business, aren't they? And then they'll build their great big corporate zoos, I suppose. I don't even know what's coming. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed at the thought of where all this is kind of heading, because it just seems so ridiculous, doesn't it? Oh, I'll see if the guys have got anything to finish off with today. Oh, they're funny. I'm getting that song. I think they're just taking the mickey out of us, actually. And they're showing that song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Oh, I don't know. I'm sure all you guys know it. Maybe Google it. It's YouTube it, rather. And search it up. Don't worry, be happy. And that's the song that they're giving me today. Because what the guides are saying to me is, there's nothing you can do about it anyway. So you might as well be happy in the moment that you're in, which, you know, really is great advice. I think they are taking the mickey out of us, though, because of the reset quote of, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. So the guides are saying to go listen to that song because, you know, you have to laugh at all this because it's that absurd and that ridiculous. So don't worry and just be happy. Be happy with every moment. Be happy where you are at the moment. Be happy that we've found our joyous place. Be happy that we know how to protect ourselves. Be happy that we're being guided on a path that's becoming clearer. Like I said about the crystal glasses, someone commented yesterday and it was beautiful. They said they do see things with greater clarity, and they can hear a bird whistling, you know. And I was doing that yesterday. I was whistling to a magpie here, the exact same thing. It's like we're having different exchanges in nature where we're seeing things with great colour. You know, I said, bring that colour into your life, and we're doing that. And just that little connection I had with that bird, and you guys out there are having them as well. It's connecting with the animals, connecting to spirit, you know. This is the world that we choose to live in, and that's why it's saying to us, don't worry, be happy. So I want you to go and have a great day and be happy. Go and listen to that song. It might inspire you to be really happy, because I think, you know, we've done the hard yards and we really deserve that happiness. And, you know, don't fall for these stupid garbage that they're continuously feeding everybody. Just keep chugging along in the direction that you need to be going. So look, I'm going to leave you with that today. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, I do have self-help videos that can help anyone if they're feeling depressed, lonely, wanting tips on body language. I've got those as well. Hit the like buttons. Please comment. Love hearing from you guys. You know that I do. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification, and you'll know when my videos pop up. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Bye from Australia.